So today I had the privilege of having a conversation with some wonderful women while I am on this beautiful business trip. I'm having some free time on my business trip to vacation, do vacationing things, but it is a business trip because when you travel for business, you get to write off all the expenses associated therewith, and then you get to do all the things you were going to do on vacation anyway during your free time. So during my free time, I had a conversation, and I really want to echo the sentiments of Tabitha Brown, who so eloquently talked about retiring her husband and how their life together has really been a dream that they have worked on together, they have struggled through together, they have prayed through together. And I think in this day and age, when so many women and men too are looking for valuable relationships, you're looking for someone to love, you're looking for someone to love you, you're looking for someone to be able to share your dreams with, you're looking for someone to be able to share your vulnerabilities with. I have to tell you something that I don't think I've ever really shared the way I'm going to share it right now. Now, everybody knows that my grandmother raised me. I was born and raised in the projects. She was 75 years old, cleaning homes for wealthy people, putting me through college. You know all of that. But I don't think you really know that Grandma B planted the seed, but the love of my life, Demetrius Richardson, my husband and friend and business partner and lover and boyfriend and all those other things, that he has been watering the seed that she planted. Yes, he has watered the seed. And the one thing that I'm going to say to women who are out there, and this is Independence Weekend, it is time to free yourself of limitations. It is time to free yourself of expectations. It is time to free yourself of guilt, but it is also time to free yourself of labels. Free yourself of the label that says how your relationship is going to come packaged up. Free yourself of the label that says what kind of car this man should drive, or what kind of job he's supposed to have, or what kind of school he went to, or all of these other things that we are looking for. The truth is this. The truth is black girl magic, black girl glory, black girl power is in effect. It is in season right now to be a black woman. And if you are a black woman, but really a woman of any color, and you are praying for or longing for a meaningful relationship, you are praying for or longing for a partner who can support your dreams without being intimidated, someone who can applaud you, someone who can handle your crazy, then I'm going to tell you to get rid of the labels. So here's the deal. Yes, I have a beautiful career. Yes, I have wonderful children who are in college, graduated from college. Yes, I am living the dream. But I'm going to tell you right now, that dream would not be possible without my man. And I know a lot of you all are running around talking about you don't need a man. Well, let me help you understand something. I need mine. I don't know about you, but I need mine, and I want him. Now, don't get me wrong. That is not to say that if I didn't have one, or if I didn't have one, that I could not function. Yes, I absolutely would function. But I love being taken care of. I love being adored. I love being nurtured. And what I did in my life, I'm not going to tell you what to do with yours, but I'm teaching about money. I am teaching about truth. I am teaching about life. I'm teaching about careers. But I know people with careers and money, and they don't have any peace and harmony in their relationship. So I'm going to teach about that a little bit too. What I'm going to say is embrace that which you need. I need a savings account so that I have money for an emergency fund. I need a retirement plan so that when I get older, I will have a paycheck instead of just a paycheck that I have to work for. And guess what? Yes, I need a healthy relationship. I need a man who can nurture and love and honor and guide, and I can cry on his shoulders. Don't be afraid to admit that. But when you admit that, also understand that that comes with some responsibilities. And the first thing that I'm going to say to you, woman, my sister, is that if you are seeking and wanting and praying for the kind of relationship where you can trust that man, where you can retire him, where you can and he can be okay with you making more money or whatever it is, the very first thing that I'm going to tell you to do is to get rid of fear. Get rid of fear. You see, a lot of times we're getting hurt in these relationships because we don't speak up, because we're fearful of offending them, or we're fearful of running them away, or we're fearful of showing our true power. Anything that you are afraid of, you have already lost anyway. Let me repeat, anything that you are afraid of, you have already lost anyway, because you gave it your power. You gave it your power. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your power back. And the other thing, in this fear, if you give it up, you have to stop saying that you're afraid to trust somebody. I believe that if you are afraid to trust someone, yes, I understand being hurt. I've been there. I've done that. I was hurt and broken down so bad in a relationship in my teens that, I didn't even know if I wanted to live anymore. I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. But here's the thing. You got to dust yourself off. You got to pick yourself up. You got to get God on your side. And you got to see the thing that is in you that is going to bring life and truth and love. And you have to believe in it. So anything that you are afraid of, you have lost it anyway. Anything that you are afraid of, you have given it power. So operate in this thing without fear. And when you say you don't trust somebody, that's the point that I was getting to. When you don't trust somebody, it's really because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself to establish boundaries. You don't trust yourself to let him go if he doesn't come home at night. You don't trust yourself to end whatever the thing is if it's no longer serving you. You believe that you are going to succumb to whatever it is. So I say love and laugh and give. And if he doesn't operate right, then cut him off. Let him go. Establish some non-negotiable principles and be very clear about what those principles are. You see, I'm one of those people that I love hard. I am loyal. And so I don't understand or process betrayal very well. So here's the deal. I am going to trust you. I am going to love you. I am going to give. But here's the deal. If I feel like you are cheating, now I'm not just talking about you a little crazy and you got anxiety and you think everybody's out to get you. No. I'm talking about if you are truly operating in truth and love, and if you are truly in a situation where you are listening to that voice that is inside of you. Because I said this, let me help you understand something. I don't have to catch a man in the bed with his body part in somebody else to know that he's cheating. I know you're cheating because I can tell by your energy. I know you're cheating because I can tell by the way you treat me, or the way you no longer treat me, or you're no longer coming home at night, or whatever. And I don't have to catch you. I am willing to end it, or I'm willing to cut it off because the behavior and the energy is no longer serving me. So ladies, I'm going to tell you, it's not about trusting somebody else. It is about trusting yourself to act on the boundaries that you have established. It is about you trusting yourself to issue consequences for certain actions. It is about you trusting yourself. You don't have to walk around afraid to be in a relationship because you don't know how they're going to act. You don't have to walk around afraid to be vulnerable with someone because you don't know if they're going to take you for granted. If it starts to look like they're taking you for granted, then guess what? You have power. And do not be afraid to exercise your power. Don't be afraid to do it. So with all of that, I am saying, learn to trust yourself and do not allow fear to rule or dictate your actions and your decisions. Anything you're afraid to lose, you've already lost it anyway, and it has your power. So take your power back. The next thing I'm going to tell you is, now that you are no longer afraid, okay, you're not afraid to trust, and you've got those boundaries in place. The next thing I'm going to tell you to do is speak up. Speak up. He cannot read your mind, okay? Now, here's the deal. If you make more money than him, it's okay. Just talk about it. Talk about what's going to happen when you go out on a date. Because here's the deal. If I want to go to a restaurant and the dinner is $350 for us to eat because I want lobster and crab legs or whatever the case may be, and he can't afford it, it's okay for me to pay for the meal. All right? Because taking care of someone is not just about how much money you can provide. Taking care of someone is taking care of their emotions, taking care of their feelings, protecting them, making them feel safe and loved, handling some of the other responsibilities around the house or around the business or whatever that is. And these are some of the things that have worked in my relationship. So I'm not going to go eat at Denny's because that's all he can afford. That's just not what's going to happen, right? And as long as I am not being taken advantage of, I am okay to be the breadwinner. I'm okay to be the breadwinner. So a lot of you ladies, if you're looking for a man to make more money than you, I don't know, you might be alone for a really, really long time. But I want you to speak up in that relationship. Establish the expectations. Ask him, does it bother you that I make more money? Talk about it. And then make him understand, or help him to understand that you're okay with paying for the meal if it comes down to it. Now, if he's got the money and if he's courting you, if he's asking you out on a date and he's going to pay for it, yes. But at some point in a relationship, do not let money block your happiness, and do not let who makes the money block you from the progress, all right? So I want you to speak up. And let me tell you what else I want you to speak up. When something doesn't look right, ask questions. You know, if you're out on a date with a guy and he keeps looking at his phone, and you start to think, well, why does he keep looking at his phone? Ask him. You know, say, why are you looking at your phone? Ask him. And if he gets offended by you saying that, then that's probably not the person for you, because that person is either triggered by you being so forthcoming, and they don't want anybody telling them what to do. And in that case, that's not going to be a great relationship, because if you cannot communicate and ask questions, and I don't know what you have, or he's hiding something. It's one of the two. Now, when you ask the question, you might just find out that his mother is sick. You might just find out that his sister is sick. You might just find out that he's waiting on an email about a job. But here's the deal. Don't guess. Don't start blocking yourself off and acting a certain way. Yeah, he answered his phone. Yeah, I know, blah, 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 blah. No, you don't know. You don't know. So ask questions, right? If you're seeing somebody and you guys want to date and you're not sure if they're serious or they want to be exclusive, then ask. Say, now, help me understand something. Is this just you and I, or are you seeing other people? Because if that's the case, then I understand the moves that I have to make. And no, those are not threats. That is open communication. It is okay. Do not operate in fear. And in operating in fear or removing the fear, trust yourself. Even if the other person doesn't act right, know what you're going to do. All right? And then communicate. Ask questions and be willing to listen to the answers. So on this Independence Day weekend, I want you to remove the labels. I'm going to talk to you some more about these labels that I removed that have worked for me, and I'm praying that they will work for you. Let's do this. Join me for Independence Day at asklynn.org.